If you know this channel, you know we are trying to get people to have a balanced training program and not be missing out key areas. Well, this is especially true for the lower legs, and we will explain why it's so important not to be missing this area and what exercises you can be incorporating to make sure you're hitting it properly. At most, the best attention the lower leg gets is calf raises, if it's lucky and you can be bothered to add them in at the end of the session. And these are great to add in, keep them in. We won't be adding these to our list of exercises though, as it's already so common, and we'll assume that they'll still be there. But there's so many other muscles to be hitting that we are going to be covering. And it's important because a lot of problems can start at the ankle and then go up the chain and start affecting the knee, the hip, and the lower back. So having a healthy ankle and muscles of the lower leg shouldn't be ignored. So start giving it more attention. We have 7 exercises, all with some targeting to the lower leg and beyond calf raises, as they'll already be in for a lot of people. We've also tried to incorporate exercises that are hitting other areas as well to get even more benefit from the exercises suggested. So exercise 1, this will get so many of the smaller muscles in the leg working and it's balanced. You can do this just standing on a single leg or just an uneven surface like Bosu ball. But an even better way to incorporate other muscle groups as well will involve leg exercises done on a single leg. So things such as Bulgarian split squats, great for general leg strengthening and where you'll have to maintain balance as you go through range. A step down is a good option as well, also great for general leg strengthening and even more challenging if doing it on a slightly uneven surface like a softer plyo box. Pistol squats are also another option here. These can be hard, so doing it initially to a raised surface will also be challenging the balance, and you can progress to lower levels as building the strength up. The next 2 exercises are more focused towards the tibialis anterior, a neglected muscle at the front of the lower leg. So exercise 2 is dorsiflexion raises. Really simply, stand against the wall with your back to it, keep your bum on the wall, step forward with your legs straight out in front of you, and then raise your toes up. You can make this easier by standing close to the wall and harder by standing further away. Ideally, you'd have a measure of the distance to monitor your progression. Another great way to hit that, but also get other muscles of the leg involved, is exercise 3, a laying cable hip flexion. Lay down on the floor in front of the cable machine, hook a handle over your foot, and that bit's important. It has to be hooked over the toes, so the tibialis anterior muscle is working. You want to be far enough away so the weight is off the stack, then bring the knee up towards the chest. Hold for a second and then slowly return. This is a great exercise because it's also working the hip flexor, another neglected muscle group. If you get a clicking or snapping of the hip on the way down, adjust your position. So come a bit more out to the side or more into the middle, or don't come up as far with the knee, whichever helps to minimize it. The next 2 exercises are more to hit the peroneals, the muscles on the outside of the lower leg. So exercise 4 is crab walks. Another great exercise because you can hit multiple muscles, including part of the glutes as well. The important thing for this is where the band gets placed. It has to be around the feet for the peroneals to be working, and as close to the toes where it's not going to be slipping off as you can. Then do the exercise by stepping out to the side, and with the following leg, don't just let that get dragged in, keep the tension on the band and control it in. Imagine you're stepping over something with the leading leg and then the following leg, very controlled to get the most out of it. The next for this is exercise 5, which is speed skaters. This will involve jumping one side and then the other. Once landing, keep the knees soft and stay in the pocket to work on the balance, and then jump to return to the opposite side and keep repeating. This is also getting part of the glute and other leg muscles involved. The next 2 exercises are to hit more of the tibialis posterior, a deeper muscle, more around the back of the leg coming to the inside. So exercise 6 is a cable hip adduction. This again is dependent on the position of the cuff or the handle. When doing it, it has to be around the foot again, and the closer to the toes the better, but where it won't slip off. You can do this, bring the foot towards the center, which will also have the benefit of working the hip adductor muscles. This will be hitting that tibialis posterior isometrically as the ankle isn't moving, but you can be more specific if just moving the foot. So laying down, keeping the knees still and bringing the toes towards the midline and inverting the ankle to hit it more directly, but you just won't then get the added hip adductor muscle working. Exercise 7 is a modified calf raise. So this will be like the standard calf raise, but to bias more on the tibialis posterior, you can put a ball between your heels and press it together to stop the ball from falling through. And then do it for reps like you would a normal calf raise. Again, double whammy because you're getting your calves, but also the deeper tibialis posterior. So we have designed a gym program that has a lot of these other exercises in, alongside all the standard stuff to help get a truly balanced approach to training. The link is in the description. And this isn't the only area of the body that gets heavily neglected. Check out this video here if you're wanting to see the best exercises to be hitting the trunk muscles and those of the lower back in different planes of movement.